You're watching WXII 12 News.
A community is in mourning after one student was killed and another hurt in a stabbing at North Forsyth High School. The sheriff's office confirms there is no ongoing threat to the community. Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough says at 11:04 Tuesday morning, a school resource officer radioed that he needed, quote, all hands on deck. He said there was a fight between two students and there was a loss of life. Deputies confirmed this was a stabbing. We now know the name of the student who was killed. Our Wanye Reese joining us in the studio. He spoke to a family member of the victim who reached out to us. Wanye?
Good afternoon to you, Lindsay. They are very upset and emotional after the loss of 16-year-old Cameron Graham. His aunt, her name is Charlita Summers, confirmed to me that Cameron is a student who was stabbed and killed yesterday. Summers says that Cameron was a good boy who loved playing sports. He loved people and was a beacon of light in his community. She shared with me that Cameron was being raised by his grandma, who instilled God in him and set up boundaries for him as well. The aunt says her family tried to support him the best way that they could while he dealt with not having his parents present. She says every moment of yesterday is ingrained in her mind, from learning of a stabbing to being with Cameron's grandma as they stood inside of North Forsyth High School and they were told by the chief of police and a chaplain that Cameron was gone. She shared with me that forgiveness, though, is still top of mind.
I don't hate the boy who did this to my nephew. I don't hate him at all. But for the simple fact that I cannot hug my nephew, I cannot hear his voice anymore. I can't feel his touch. Jesus. I just feel like I'm in a dream.
Yeah. Truly a heartbreaking story. Right now, the family says that they need prayers and support from the community. Summers says they are starting to have conversations about funeral arrangements and will share more information about his funeral once they receive the body. Lindsay, I'm going to send it back to you at the desk.
All right, Wanye, thank you. Many of the people we spoke with during yesterday's reunification process told us they knew the victim well. As you can imagine, emotions are still very high today. Our team spoke with so many parents and students about how they were feeling after this happened.
When is it going to stop? You know, when are we going to take control of our communities, our safety, our schools, our children? When are we going to be responsible to each other and to ourselves to do better?
I haven't processed it all the way yet. So it's just, I'm still shocked.
It's tough, especially during this time. You're truly just focusing on exams and SATs and getting ready for scholarships and not thinking that you would have to reconcile the stages of grief, and especially with someone you know.
One of the things parents might struggle with following a traumatic event like this one is how do you talk to your kids about it? Novant Health therapist Andrew Watkins says there's no easy way to navigate this, but there are some ways to help your kids cope.
Parents don't have to have the perfect words. I think what teens need most during these moments is to know that they're not alone. Parents can ask open-ended questions like, what are you hearing at school? Or how are you really feeling about this? Try to just be intentional about not dismissing or minimizing the very real emotions that they're experiencing. Parents are hurting too. Not only in grieving the loss of life of a young person at the school, but also navigating their own fears about their child's safety. So being very honest about the emotions that are coming up for us as parents, I think is super important.
Watkins also added it is crucial for kids and parents to lean on family, friends, and faith leaders to process their own feelings. And to hear more parent reaction and responses from law enforcement as well as city officials, you can head to our YouTube page. There you can find our full coverage from all of yesterday's events. Tonight in Greensboro, residents can get an update on plans to transform the Randleman Road corridor. City Council approved the initial phase last year, which focused on transportation improvements and encouraging reinvestment. We're told the second phase will involve safety upgrades, including surveillance cameras, code compliance enforcement, and LED lighting. Officials say the second phase of the project will cover a 2.3-mile stretch of Randleman Road from I-40 to Greensboro's southern border. And residents can learn more about the project from city staff at a community event at 6 o'clock. That will be held at East Market Seventh-day Adventist Church. That's on West Vandalia Street. Reynolds is expanding its operations in the Triad. The company announced it's adding 200 manufacturing jobs at its operations center in Tobaccoville next year. This is on top of the 800 jobs added from 2024 to 2025. The company says the new jobs will support its efforts with Help plus nicotine pouches and expanding its portfolio.